That's the new Golf R, and now it's automatic only, which means Volkswagen doesn't think that I need this leg. So, off with this leg, basically.
Oh. That's a pretty good stunt, I'll give you that. But I mean, admit that you were scared.
We have no health and safety.
We don't, no.
Which is why I brought a backup just in case.
What do you mean?
Your penis.
What's a penis?
Your penis.
What's that for?
It's attached to your penis.
I'd run.
All-wheel drive, turbocharged, spicy 300 horsepower hatchbacks with a little bit of flair. These two are your only options on the right side of 50K US. And yes, they've both seen some updates. Among other things, the GR Corolla gets an automatic option. And sorry manual fans, but yes, the Golf R is now DSG only. So, now they're matched in price in the amount of wheels that they drive and their transmissions. We have a ball game. Or do we?
Okay, this is the automatic GR Corolla. And it's gonna lose this drag race because it's down on power and it launches like it's low on iron. So yeah, let's just see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the GR Corolla. This is the Golf R, leader in its class, and it just got more powerful. Let's do it. DSG. Thomas, did you used to be bred?
Did I used to be bred?
Yeah, because you're toast now.
Ow.
I'm so sorry for that. That's American levels of cringe. That's my bad. I've been here too long.
Oh, that was sad. Oh, that was so sad.
Okay, there seems to be a very small Corolla that's getting smaller in my wing mirror.
Oh, this is so sad. Finish line guy with the camera was actually laughing out loud as I went by there.
That isn't just a class below in power. That is like 3 classes below in power. I'm not convinced that that isn't a normal Civic level of speed.
Absolutely unacceptable. This car goes off the line like my mom pulling away from Applebee's after a big lunch.
That was several classes below in terms of power.
It's not. It just felt like a city car hatchback speed compared to that.
It's the GR. I'm seeing aggressive brake calipers and wide haunches.
It's just so sad in a straight line. Don't these cost the same amount of money?
Yeah. I got one more cylinder.
My God, that was a slaughter. It was a massacre.
Let's do a roll race.
Why?
I don't know. I wish I had a TSI here to make it an actual race. But they don't make the TSI anymore. In North America, we only have the R and the GTI. It's a shame. The TSI is a fantastic car, and it could probably beat a GR Corolla in a drag race. All right, let me just figure out, how do I do manual?
Stop fussing with the settings. You could beat me in reverse. Can we just go?
3, 2, 1, go!
Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
What does the GR stand for?
Oh my God.
Kazoo retired? Absolutely another league. All right, I gotta figure out what's redeeming about that. Take me for a track drive.
Yes, please. Anything but that.
But before we do that, there's some new quad lock mounts, which means probably Thomas has to do something quite uncomfortable to test them. Right? Thomas?
Ah, see, I've hijacked this. So now, James can't make me do something that I don't want to do, like push me into a pool or hit me in the face with a fake goat or a cake. I'm just gonna do one of those normal sponsorship thingies where I test the quad lock mounts doing something that he said I was never gonna do. Off-road my Land Cruisers. Both of them. I got Harrison in front of me right now, testing out the new cup holder mount, and I'm in here with the regular quad lock mount and the wireless Apple CarPlay. It's a good day. No one gets hurt. I think being aired down would have helped a bit on that one. No, James, it's good. It's a good day. No one got hurt. What the hell?
Whoa. Okay? Leave him alone. Okay, I told him to do that. That was me.
Why?
Because I wanted to demonstrate how good the new quad lock mount is.
What the hell does that have to do with quad lock mounts? Christ. All right, I do have a theory as to the one way that this thing is a bit better.
Go on. Golf can do that, mate.
But this has rally car vibes, okay?
Agreed.
That was a rally car entry. Right? Okay, well, it doesn't do it perfectly every single time because the all-wheel drive system is complicated and difficult to understand. But
Even the engineers that built it don't understand it.
yes, I've realized that if you leave it in normal mode, because now if you leave this in track mode, it does what it wants.
I see.
But normal mode's at least consistent. Yeah, see, it won't turn the way that the Golf does. It doesn't turn on throttle, and it barely turns like it starts to rotate a little bit on the, but it won't do what the Golf does at all, unless you were on a loose surface. Then you could start to do things like turn it in on the brakes. You could use that all-wheel drive system more effectively.
You know what I just witnessed though?
What did you witness?
You are operating that automatic like you've operated it your whole life, which
Yeah.
tells me that this is not a difficult automatic to get on with, because I was
Not
worried
at all.
about this. You know, a lot of cars that are doing the automatic thing in answer to the manual thing, like the Emira, that automatic is supposedly worse than the manual.
Yeah.
I was worried that Toyota would half-ass this, and it looks from here like it's operating itself just fine.
It's a fine automatic. I don't think I have anything particularly I'm not excited about it.
Right.
It didn't like massively improve the car, but I don't think it hurts it in any way in terms of the experience of the driver. But the way that the steering feels, which is much more kind of old, like I can feel a bit of torque steer.
Yeah.
I feel the steering load up. The way that the chassis feels and the way that it sounds, it really does feel like an old school hot hatch.
For new school money.
For new school money, yes.
Like, what about the daily driving of this? The performance on the street is massively different. How is that not a nail in the coffin, what just happened in the drag race? And
Because you know what's weird is that when you're out here with the car, it doesn't feel as slow as it just looked.
but I agree, but how many people are taking this to a track?
No, and just as long as there's not a Golf anywhere near you in the same county at all.
Yeah. or a GTI.
Or God forbid you drive one. Right.
Well, we experienced that when we did the WRX automatic, that CVT versus the manual.
Yeah.
The CVT was so slow. The drivetrain loss on these sort of cheaper all-wheel drive rally things in the automatics is bad. And Savage Geese actually did a dyno, and the dyno results between this and the Golf R were absurd, which goes a long way to explaining what just happened in that quarter mile.
Yeah, they were, what was it, like 100 horsepower at the wheels different?
Different, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
That's quite damning for this, but then I do get on with the automatic in this. It is easy for just livability, but the ride is worse. You've got adaptive dampers in the Golf.
Here's the thing though, I'm having a lot of fun driving this. Like I'm having fun figuring out what it's trying to do. You can properly back it in if you do treat it like a rally car.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was
right? You have to really, really grab this car by the scruff of the neck to get it to do something. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing because it reminds me of a hot hatch from the 80s.
But it also sounds like a hot hatch from the 80s.
Those turbo noises. There's like 4 different noises as you...
It's not a beautiful sound though.
No, not at all.
Like
no.
the new Golf has an Akrapovic exhaust. This is a crappy bitch. All right, can we go drive what is arguably a better car in almost every single way?
No. Okay.
Welcome to the few.
Wait, now hold on a second. First of all, that's my line from the last time we did this video, and
Yeah.
it works because there was context. You can't just start with welcome to the few. It doesn't work that way.
The few hot hatchbacks that can do what this thing does.
There you go. Thank you for the context. Yes, you can do a huge power slide in this. And after driving these back to back today, automatics, manuals, whatever it is, this feels like an M2 compared to that.
That seems like a high compliment.
Yeah, well, it is in some senses, and it is in others. So, what I mean by that is that this feels ultra German, ultra refined, ultra precise, right? It's just pure performance, and everything is got this soft layer of like synthetic numbingness over top of it.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree. However, that's true on track. On the road, that translates to insulation and comfort.
Insulation and comfort is not what you want in a hot hatch.
Yes, it
you
is.
You want silliness.
No.
Silliness. And you want silliness. And there's not enough silliness even though there's a drift mode.
In your Volkswagen hot hatch, you want a perfect mixture of all things. That's
Yeah.
what Volkswagens do.
And I did notice when I tried the drift mode earlier, it's not as drifty as the manual.
No, the manual gives you a bit more freedom.
Now, you know what? I don't actually know if that's like a years-based thing. Maybe the manual now. Well, there's no manual.
There is no manual.
That's so sad.
There's no manual.
I forgot.
I lost my leg for a reason.
That's right.
Speaking of which, my crotch still hurts.
Yeah.
But didn't lose much, actually. So I have the Mark 8. I have the previous, before facelift version of this, BF.
Yes.
And I was very curious about this car because...
Four-wheel drift.
They've upped the power, which I don't really experience so much. In fact, right now, all I'm experiencing is just how much quicker it feels than the GR Corolla.
So much quicker, it's insane.
And this transmission is superior.
Yeah.
They haven't changed anything to do with the suspension, so it feels normal.
I think that this car is objectively superior, and I think every single measurable way.
You denied that before we got in it. You said actually it was more of a defeat.
Yeah. You know the pizza that we had for lunch.
Yeah.
So, I maintain what I said, is that the GR Corolla has this 80s vibe.
Yes.
Of unfiltered hot hatchiness. You can detect when there's torque steer. You can detect when the differential's doing something different. You can detect what the brakes are doing and the suspension is doing. This is a very good, fun, but very synthetic experience in comparison.
I agree.
I don't think it's a bad thing. As far as synthetic experiences go, this is a fantastic one, and I think this is a brilliant car.
Yeah, and I think I don't think the Akrapovic exhaust actually sounds that
No,
different to
I
stock.
haven't noticed. On like when you come to a stop and you go.
Yes, yes.
Then you notice it.
Start up and turning off the car is when it's most evident.
Yeah.
I will say, as a good point of it, it's not boomy. It doesn't ruin a highway drive.
No, not at all.
It's been fine. However,
Yeah.
in Canada, it's just. I think in the US it's part of a package. Here you can option it separately. So whether you think it's a $3,000 upgrade or not, I don't know. I'd potentially skip it. However, it does look cool.
It does look very cool, and looks are a big thing. They are a big thing in cars like this, and I think when we line them up, there's a discussion of desirability to be had.
Yeah, and that's actually where some of the more significant changes have happened to the Golf. Okay,
Now,
visually, what are you seeing different here?
oh, different. I was just going to compare them, but we'll do differences first. I like that.
I got a bone to pick with VW.
Why?
This R badge on the side and the GTI, it doesn't look as bad in the R.
I was about to say the GTI is way worse. That's not that offensive.
That's a cheap move.
It is,
Okay,
yeah.
Stick in that badge because you maybe had spares of the rear one. Cheap. This has the black package, which you know because not only is some of the things black, it says black.
Well, how else would I have known? Because I didn't take anything and make it black. Yeah, that's very redundant, honestly. The wheels are black, this bit's black. Like,
Yeah.
what? Can you take this badge off? Because I think I would. I mean, it is really dumb. You can take it off.
You probably could.
Yeah, that's a dental floss away from being fixed.
The grill's changed a bit. We now have an illuminated VW badge.
Ew.
This line's been illuminated, but now this illuminates.
Ew.
It's important to see at night which brand is behind you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing really different on the rear except these Akrapovic exhaust option, which this has.
They've always looked good, the Krapovich, haven't they? You can tell when, yeah, it's got the little dots and the vent, whatever it is, you know.
And that's it. Otherwise, it's still the Mark 8. We do not benefit from Europe's beautiful new rear tail lights. They have an upgrade and we don't. And these are new wheels as well, which I think look pretty cool. I
Come over
maybe
here for a
prefer
sec.
them with a bit of silver.
Come over here for a second.
That's the Golf from the outside.
The Golf always has just looked like a Golf.
Yes.
And it continues to just look like a Golf. This does not look like just a Corolla.
I agree.
Do you see what I say?
It looks spicy.
No one can mistake this for a normal Corolla because it's got big dumb vents on the hood. It's got huge fender flares, body kit. Like it looks. Also, this is now standard carbon fiber roof.
Oh, nice.
Right? Which I think before was in the Morizo edition.
I think it was also in the premium.
Trims are different all over the world. We can't remember all the details. We're sorry.
However, after today, I used to see this as a spicy salsa red, and now I see it as Heinz ketchup.
Why?
Because it's less spicy, okay?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This is not a quick
It depends
car.
on how white you are. Ketchup can be very spicy.
Yes, Thomas is not, he doesn't do too well with spice.
No.
Multiple times I've tried to do a Hot Ones Throttle House edition with
Yeah.
him, and he won't do it because he knows he can't get past the first sauce.
Yeah. I didn't get past the mild salsa for dinner.
No, but
Like-
it's what's on the inside that counts, and you got a lot of good stuff. So
Thank
does
you.
the Golf. The Golf has changed. The seats inside are a Euro spec thing in the US. Here we can option them separately. They're the cloth seats.
Wait a second. Does that mean that they're manual?
The passenger seat was always manual. The driver's seat is manual. So you've lost, if you go for these seats, which are no cost option in Canada, you lose the electric back and forth. They still electrically recline.
Yeah.
You lose the memory seats and you lose the ventilated seats.
Oh, that's a big. They're lighter.
They're part of the lighter weight package in the States.
Okay.
And apparently they are a bit lighter, but that's a big jump from leather. They do, however, look super cool, and the Golf GTI before the facelift also had that similar option.
This is two things. It is unacceptable for the price point,
Yeah.
but also it feels like they didn't care in a cool way. They're just like, we need to give it whatever the buttons are necessary to make it do the things with the differential and all that.
Right.
And they made absolutely no attempt at making it look exciting. But it has a manual handbrake.
Oh, right, okay.
And you can do a full fat handbrake turn in this,
I
which
have-
you can't in that.
I have, yeah, but this does it with the drift mode. I have no problem with this at all. It's as long as I ignore the price. If you say, here's the spicy all-wheel drive Corolla. Why is it not letting me speak? Just silence me. If you said, here's the spice. Here's the ketchup.
Yeah.
Here's the piece of.
Yeah. Continue.
If you said to me, here's the spicy. I've not kicked a car since the Cybertruck.
So please, sorry.
If you told me that this was that this was just the spicy Corolla with all... That's it, I'm going. I'm done.
Before I was so rudely interrupted by the Corolla, I was going to say that I have no real qualms with it, or I wouldn't if it was just 10 grand less. The price puts it in real danger because the Golf is superior in every single important way. But as Thomas said, for some, the slightly more insulated German vibe of the VW might not be everyone's cup of tea. While the Golf was graduating Magna don't come much louder, even with the Akrapovic exhaust, the GR spent the semester behind the art building lighting up a smoke with the Delta Integrale. It has its own flavour, and one that, given the choice, we would still have with 3 pedals. Thanks for watching.
Hi, me again, here to talk about Quadlock, who did support the video, which was very nice of them. And they sent us a few things to test. One is the cup holder mount, which is actually really cool. You like put it in and twist it, and it just locks into any size cup holder. And then you can have your phone off the windshield. Visibility off-road is important. And it keeps it out of the sun, I found, so that the phone stays cool and doesn't overheat, because that's what iPhones do, is overheat. And then the best thing that they sent was this little dongle here to make my CarPlay, which is just regular plug-in CarPlay in this old thing, wireless. And it worked instantly. That I'm not going to give back to them, so don't tell them that.
There we go. I managed to get something out without James finding a way to ruin it. And while I'm at it, I should tell you that you can head to Quadlock's website and use the code THROTTLEHOUSE10 for 10% off your order. They've got something to mount your phone to literally anything. And even though getting slapped in the face didn't exactly prove how secure they are, my other testing did. So, check them out. Thanks for watching.
That's the new Golf R. And now it's automatic only, which means Volkswagen doesn't think I need this leg. So, off with the leg. I felt that in stages.